game of gold. Let's see. I've been helping people for 40 years. Yes, that's me. What else is going on here? I haven't done this much, so I'm not sure what I'm doing. Or we're notifying viewers that you're live. Great. Oh, Josh joined. Great. So I guess people are around this time of day. That's nice. Oh, what I want to do is talk about new government grant programs. Really, the Biden administration has come out, and it's getting a little more complicated. The new grants aren't like the old stimulus grants where everybody just gets a check, and that's over. But there's government money coming out anyway. I mean, it always does, it always will, and it'll keep me working till the rest of my life. So, excuse me, that will always be here for me, because the government just spends and spends and spends. This is why we're in debt, but it's also money you could use and change things. And that's what most of these programs are for you to do something that improves your life, whether it's, paying a bill, whether it's getting a job, whether it's starting a business or buying a home or travel, almost anything you want to do. The government pays so much money for all those things. If you have a job you hate, you could change that. And you could change that with a government program, tell you the truth. Now, you may not like government programs, fine. If you find somewhere else that's going to do it for free, do it. And if it's easier, great. But this is there. And that's why the new Biden program is really, it's going to kick butt. You won't see it for a while. See, and that's it. You'll forget all about it. And the people who are going to work this now are ones who are going to be, cashing in soon because they'll follow it. See, what happens, a law came out. They just signed it a day or two ago. And it's, like $500 billion or whatever the hell it is, $500 billion. And that's a lot of money. So that means things are going to grow. I mean, if you want a job, you have to go to the businesses that have money, right? If you want a customer, you have to go to the places that have money. Well, the government is throwing out another $500 billion, and then they're going to create jobs, going to create customers, and also money in your pocket to buy stuff, to help you improve your life, to help you do something in life, and things like that. That's what all these things are about. Thank you for explaining Homeowners Assistance Fund here in Florida. I got almost $30,000. So great for you, Matthew. And that's right, the Homeowners Assistance Fund, I mean, it's still around. Actually, Florida's just starting. So if you're in Florida and need help with your grant, need help with your utility bills or even insurance payments and mortgage, taxes, property taxes, stuff like that. I mean, that's all there. And so that's why you have to take advantage of these things. If you don't, they're not going to come knocking on your door. See, when somebody sells you something, they're going to find you. They'll pay money to find you because they're going to get money from you. Remember, government programs don't get money from you. They already got your money. So they don't need to ask you for money. So they're giving money. Now, see, the capitalism is set up to find you. They have to spend money, but they don't want to because they don't have money to spend. See, Google. Okay, so why don't they put it on Google? Yeah, but if you don't advertise on Google, nobody's going to find you. And so that's why. And so they don't advertise. So the people on Google you find are just people who want to get your money, not people who want to give you money. So that's why you have to learn the system a little more to find out about these things. Now, here's some of the things in the new Biden package that's called the Inflation Reduction Laws. Inflation Reduction Package. If you want to reduce your inflation, maybe too, because things are costing more, and more people have handed them out. Half this country, I believe, does not have $500 extra money to pay a bill. So this is what we live on, and we're all worried about the rich people. I don't understand why the hell we're worried about them. They're doing fine, thank you. We have to take care of and educate the people who don't have that. And that's half our country. Half our country didn't see a wage increase in probably 30 or 40 years, particularly if you're a white guy. If you're a woman, you did because you were making peanuts before. You never made anything. Yeah, so you increase. But the guys who graduate, like in my generation, you graduated from high school, you went to work in a factory, and you made $100,000 a year. Man, with just a high school education, you can't do that anymore. So that's why. And actually, people in my generation age, or even younger, 50, 60 years old, and it's the highest suicide rate. It's the highest, dying from poison, alcohol or drugs and things like that. It's just terrible because they don't see life anymore in there. And that's why we vote for idiots sometimes, because the status quo isn't working. They'll try anything, even though he's a loudmouth, like me. You know any loudmouths? I don't. But here's what's kind of thing. Okay, number one is for healthcare. This new program is going to save eventually maybe 50% to 70% on your prescription drugs. That's amazing. That's how much more we pay for our prescription drugs than anywhere else in the world. Okay, everywhere else in the country, they pay like 50% or less than what we pay. Man, and it's been for 20, 30 years like that, because somebody passed a law, that the drug company got into the Congress that they have to pay full price, sticker price. And so the government pays sticker price. And we're the only suckers in the world that do that, So they got rid of that. Now we'll see, but that's going to happen tomorrow. The other thing too is that people who are paying out of pocket for prescription drugs or even co-pays or anything like that, it's going to stop at $2,000. Once you pay $2,000, the rest is free. So you don't have to worry after $2,000. And so that is going to be good. And actually, people who live on insulin, that could cost you $500 a month or more. It's going to be maxed at $35. So if you're a diabetic or whatever, and you are paying for insulin on your pocket, that's going to come really down. That kind of thing. And more people are going to get health care for free. Okay, now here's what happened. A year or two ago, when the pandemic hit, new laws came out that they gave extra money for you to join healthcare.gov. So you go on healthcare.gov, and more people, millions of people now, get it all for free. And so they're but that was going to end at the end of this year in December. So if you got on a good deal on healthcare.gov in January, you were going to increase it. It was going to be a big increase, and you were going to shock too. But what happened is they extended that for 3 more years. So don't worry, but it also means that always check there if you need health insurance, because it may be free. And it's going to be the best deal anyway. Sure, somebody else may say that we got cheaper health care, but it's not on Obamacare. That means, to tell you the truth, you're not going to have really good coverage. So if you don't want good coverage and just want to say to people that you have health care, then fine. But if you want decent coverage, and what's neat about Obamacare is that all preventive care. So that means you go get checked out, and all preventive care is free and no copay even. So that's really neat. Okay, the other big thing here is cars. $7,500 for an electric vehicle. $7,500 for an electric vehicle. A new one. A used one, you get $4,000. Okay, now that's a non-refundable tax credit, so you have to pay taxes for that. What they do is give you back your tax money. But it's amazing on electric vehicles. What I'm reading, and you probably know this better than me, is that if you have an electric car, you're saving like $2,000 a year. $2,000 a year on gas and repair bills. You're saving $330 on repair bills and $1,700 on gas if you drive 15,000 miles a year. So just think, if you're driving 30,000 miles, man, that's $4,000 a year, right? So that's why these things are going to really kick off. And they're putting up charging stations. They're putting this up all around the country. So, it looks like we finally got our toe in the water here, in getting this. So that's another big thing. Okay, now here's another thing. Solar. Okay, now that's another way to eliminate an expense in your life, sort of like utilities. Put in solar, put in wind, put in geothermal, or biomass. All that stuff now is going to be subsidized by the government. So they'll give you grants, up to like $10,000, $12,000, $15,000, something like that, to put solar in. So wow. Now, if your utility bills, in 5 years, you'll be all paid off and never have to pay a utility bill again. Now that's pretty cool, you know? So that's what's neat. So they're really getting into that too. So that's in all those big things. And here's if you're interested in going solar now or whatever you do it, here's a good website to find out all the incentives. See, now there are thousands of incentives that the government already has to give you grants or other kinds of benefits if you go and save energy. And here's the website: D as in dog, S as in Sam, I as in eyeball. No, that's EYE, isn't it? Indiana. And then REUSA. So DSIREUSA. DSIREUSA.org. Go to that website, DSIREUSI, and you put in your state, and you'll see 20 or 30 ways you can make money by going saving energy. Because the government wanted to do this so badly years ago. We all got sucked up about it, and I guess the panic or other stuff. It didn't seem so bad. We should have kept going at that time, because that was about 10 years ago or more. And there's still so many programs run. You still sell books or downloads on this info. I have a service now. It's called LeskoHelp.com. LeskoHelp.com. If somebody typed that in the chat there so people could see it, LeskoHelp.com. And that's $20. And what we do there is help you with any problem in finding government grants. You want to, actually, if you want to find money, we show you how to get government grants to do it. So if you want to start a business, pay your bills, or get out of debt, or put on a new roof, buy a house, or go to school, start a business. Oh, said that. I show you where the government programs are, and I send you the list. So you contact them, and you fill it out. No question mark suit. No, well, see, I'm into hearts now. A little both. If your heart's not in it, the question mark really came to me from, I thought, answers are easy. Now you can go to Google and ask any question. You get 1,000 answers. So answers are easy. It's asking the right question that's hard. And now I feel that, okay, that's true, but if your heart's not in it, you're not going to get it done. What programs for veterans in financial hardship? Lots. And this is what we do all day on Lesko Help. After I finish this, I'm going to go and answer questions from Lesko Help. We do one-on-one for getting you grants for anything. That's leskohelp.com. It's $20, and it's all you could eat all month long. It's a $20 a month charge. And you can ask 1,000 questions. We have free live video grant training courses. We actually have our own grant. We have a grant we give out. Now, this became so profitable all of a sudden because it's a new service I'm doing. And it took me a long time to figure it out, but all of a sudden it became profitable. And what I'm doing with the profit is giving it back to members. So every dollar that we're making profit at, we're giving it back to members. And now we're up to about $40,000 a month. Oh, that looks nice. $40,000 a month. And we've given away $350,000 about already, over the past year. So we're going to keep doing that as long as we get a profit. So that's available, and only members could join in that. And all you have to write is one sentence, what you would do with $1,000. That's it. And members help each other. That's the greatest thing. Members tell you how they got the money, where they got it, what they had to say and do to get it. Man, that's better than me because I'm not applying for this. I'm just showing you where it is. They're applying for it and going through they're boots on the ground, grant babies. Yeah, and they're the gold in this thing. Those people that are working it every day, and that's what helps you. And that's who helps you too, better than I can. So that's to me, because we got thousands members now, and we have all those people helping each other. I'm not going to have a job soon. I'm going to do this till I die, man. So we give that out. We have, it's 24/7. You keep asking. There's two platforms. One on Facebook, and then another one off Facebook, because Facebook's so screwed up. Oh, by the way, if you don't want to give me $20, that's okay. Because here, I have another fair. I'm getting over a little cold or something. I have another website, Lesko Help Free. Get the report. You can go there now, leskohelpfree.com, and download this report on the inflation reductions, that $14,000 grant for inflation reductions. And that and a dozen other reports that I think are really helpful to people, so you don't have to give me money, and people could start using these programs because they paid for them already. See, these are programs you paid for. So that's why they don't have money. They're not getting any more money from you because they already got to make the programs. So that's it. So you got electric cars, you got wind and solar, home improvements, man. This is a bonanza. Home improvements. Okay, $2,000. Okay, this is money. Cash in your pocket to pay for exterior windows, skylights, interior doors, water heaters, energy audits, an electrical panel. Wow, how do you like your electrical panel? and that's what's available too. And so that's $2,000. See, how are you going to know that? You don't. Now, there's current programs that do a lot of that too now. If you call 211.org or findhelp.org and look for home improvement, home repairs, and they'll tell you about local, state, federal programs that are already doing this. So you want to know both. You want to know the new ones, you want to know the old ones, and all the time in this work, if someone says, "Oh, we don't have any money," it doesn't mean there's no money for that, what you want to do. It just means there's no money there. And you have to go somewhere else. And there's hundreds of thousands of programs in this country, that give out a total. Yes, 211.org, Mary. Is that awesome, Mary? Yes. Are there grants for paying off a home? Like your mortgage? Yes. I mean, a member just thanked me she was able to find a program in Florida, give her $30,000 to help pay her mortgages, like that. And the Florida one, now this is money that's been around for about a year. Just they're finally getting around to paying for it. It's awesome, Mary. Yes, it is. And yes, she is. We have been admitted to the labor delivery room. Well, I have a son whose wife's just went to the hospital with a baby, not having a baby, and they're not sure if they're going to deliver soon or it's going to be in a couple of days or whatever. So I just got a flash on a text from something. So something may be happening. He gave us our first grandchild 2 years ago, and so they're having another one. And what I forgot about how kids were, how neat they are. They laugh at everything. Like me, I'm so tacky in my jokes. I love making people laugh. But it is, it's fun to make kids laugh, and so that's what's fun. And we're gonna, they laugh at everything. Grown-ups look at me and they just think I'm tacky and they're too afraid to laugh. How we get free money from the government? You gotta apply for it. My washer broke during COVID. Anything? Well, actually, okay. Here's the next one. There's also $8,000 to get better. $8,000. I can read a text quote about the hospital thing for new appliances. $14,000 for buying energy efficient appliance. So you need a dishwasher, you said, I think it was. So you get up to $14,000 for that. Actually, you get $1,700 for a heat pump, $8,000 for space heating and cooling, $850 for electric stove, $850 for electric heat pump clothes dryer, $4,000 for electric load service center upgrade, whatever that is, $1,600 for insulation, air sealing, ventilation, and $2,500 for electrical wiring. Okay, now that program has a sliding scale, on it. So there's all the things: home improvements, cars, and healthcare. That's where the grants are. Okay, so that affects almost everybody here, and everybody's going to glaze over it. All I don't want to do is solar or whatever. Man, see, buying a dishwasher. I mean, that could be $500,000 or more. So that's what's in this thing. So that's why it takes some digging. This isn't going to come to you, and what you read or even hear from me is not all the ifs, ands, or buts. You got to get into it. You got to dig it out, and that's why in our service, Lesko Help, what we do is you can ask us 1,000 questions. We're there. You know, say, okay, try this, do this. No, that doesn't mean that. You do over here. You know, here's what this lady did over here, and stuff like that. So it's all that kind of stuff. That's why, particularly if you haven't done this before, and then you attend live webinars, you know, and other people explain how they did things and what they did to do it. You know, and that's it. But now that's the cash in the pocket for consumers. But to me, what's more important in this money, because we're talking about $500 billion, is jobs, and these are high-paying jobs. And these are new technology stuff. We need more people to create these batteries we're going to make. We need more people to put in the charging stations we're going to make. You know, and all this stuff. We need people that are trained. See, and what happens is the government now trains you for free because they need those people. Okay, what happens now? They say, okay, but you need to live. What happens? The programs. Now, it's not everywhere. You have to check where you are that pay you money to live on while you're doing this stuff too. And they're available now too. You don't even have to wait for these. But there's more. This is a big clump of money. I mean, $500 billion. Wow. I mean, that's NASA. That's it. Or even you want to work for the IRS, they're going to hire, I think, like 100,000 people or something like that. Man, they got $80 million or $80 billion. I forget. Oh, all these numbers are terrible after a while. $80 billion. So they're going to hire 100,000 people to help the IRS. So, you know, if you're running the Xerox machine, they're still going to hire people. So you're looking for a job, you're looking for something, you know, this is what's going on, you know, and it's the same thing all over. If you're a business, that means you're selling Xerox machines. You want to, I don't know if they'll use a Xerox machine anymore, that many, but you want to know that customer now just got $80 billion to buy shit from you, you know. And so, wow, that's a bonanza. You know, and that's crazy things that are happening now. I need a job, but I owe the IRS. That's okay. But if you owe the IRS, call. There's a program. Well, you could pay as little as 10% of what you owe. Okay, and it's called an offer in kind. And if you go to the IRS Ombudsman, look for that. They're locally all over. These are people who help you fight the IRS for free, but they're paid by the government to do. So find that. Come clean and see what kind of deal you could get from them. Don't have people call you on the phone and tell you how they're going to save your money and all this kind of shit. No, any program that people do that, whether it's your IRS or your student loans, all the programs are government stuff. You know, they're just taking money from you somehow or other. And if you don't know, they are, because they have to find you and spend money to find you. And they're paying money to do that. So they're going to get money from you that you could have gotten. Yeah. So you don't want to do that. When in doubt, you call your elected official. And that's why all these programs, if you're not a member of Lesko Help, what to do is contact your elected official. You have 2 senators, 1 congressman, and then you have state people, you have county government, and you call them, man. You call them. They know they're a public servant, right? And it is a complicated thing out there, and they're setting up the rules. So you want to talk to people who make the rules, okay? Because they're the ones that know the rules. People like me, I'm just interpreting it, you know? So you want to talk to your elected official, you know? So say on that, on the IRS, you don't know who to call at the IRS. Call your congressman or your 2 senators, because anything federal, you want to go to the federal elected official. So you have 2 senators, so you have 3 people. You can call all 3. What the hell? You're gonna get the problem solved 3 times? That's the worst thing can happen, right? You want to get it solved once, but you know how people may or may not do things, right? And just say, hey, I want to solve this debt problem with the IRS, you know, and they work it out. It's not going to go away. So you might as well just bite the bullet and get that worry off the back of your neck, and that's the important thing. And like I say, there's programs by law, you know, that you could pay only 10% of what you owe. Okay, help for grandma raising grandbaby, 8 months of work, out of work, 8 months with medical issues. So help for grandma raising grandbaby. Oh, I got a grandbaby. Okay, a lot of issues there. Number 1, what I would call, the one place to call if your grandma, actually if you're 50 or more, is your elder care locator. Google this, elder care locator. Yes, formerly incarcerated, lots of money for businesses, for everything. Formally incarcerated. Don't say, oh, nobody will hire me or whatever. Now they have to more. I mean, they're just changing laws this past year all over. So if somebody said no once, it's not over. That's just some asshole out there who does it. Maybe it's 12 of them. It doesn't matter. There's more growing that will. And they have to because it's the law, and so it's going to catch up. We have too many people like that. Okay. Oh, Elder Care Locator. Call them up. They're in every county, and tell them the situation and see what programs they could get. Now, if they should have some, and if they don't, you don't stop there. And even the ones they have, that doesn't mean you stop there either. There's too many programs to do, to find out. If you're paying rent, you're paying mortgage or whatever. A good place is, we said this earlier, 211.org and findhelp.org. Now, most people, what they do in 211 is they call 211 and say, hey, I'm a grandma to do this, and what do you got? And you may or may not get some, because they're just a traffic cop and they don't know the down deep what's going on. What you want to do is talk to people who spend careers studying your problem. In other words, we have nonprofit organizations in every city, county, or whatever that spend a lifetime trying to help grandmas raise grandchildren, okay? They're the people you want to talk to, not an operator who's just one step up from an artificial intelligence, no, you want to talk to people who know what's out there and what it's called. Artificial intelligence and the internet, it's too vague. You can't tell what really is going on. You have to get in there yourself and find out what it is and use them. See, to speak English and to talk to a human being. Human beings like to talk and help human beings. We don't like to help digits. We don't like to help artificial intelligent people, robots, all that kind of stuff. That's how I got so pissed off when I talked to Comcast or somebody, because they're just reading a script, and why the hell do I talk to them? I could have got a robot do that. And that's why my goal now, when I talk to these people, I try to make them laugh. If I can't make them laugh in the first minute or two, and I'll call back again. I want to have a good time on the phone. This is a pain in the ass for me, not only for them. Thanks. I bought your book in the early 90s. Wow, that was before my gray hair. Didn't get shit. Well, a lot of people don't, because they didn't work at it. And I can't guarantee you're going to get anything. I just telling you what's reality. These are programs that are real, like dates or jobs. I know these companies are hiring people. Whether they hire you, I can't judge that. Or that lady will go out with you. I don't know, but I know she's looking for a date. And it's the same with the government. You have to do something to make that happen. And that's what I like about Lesko Help now, leskohelp.com, because we make that happen. Before I sell these books, everybody got out and like the fellow just wrote, or woman, I forget who it was, said, oh, I didn't get shit from them. Yeah, because you probably got this thing. It was 1,500 pages. I said, holy shit, what am I going to do with that? And you use it as a book stopper, a door stopper, and keep the door open in the summer, and that was it. And I said, how do I get more people? And that's why technology, it took me about 10 years to figure out, how will people buy this? Now it's doing so well that people, I've never had a subscription business with such a high renewal rate, and it's just phenomenal. And that's why I'm so grateful for the members that are doing this for us, because what we're doing is giving the money back. So even though you're paying $20, you have a chance to win 1,000. And we give back $40,000 every month now. And it's been over $350,000. And the next deadline is September 4th. And we'll have an October 4th one, God willing, and I think she will. Only the cool people can carry his book, and it's free to thank you. But no, all of life is hard, and that's why, to me, being joyful is really the secret, to getting through this life, because it is so pissy, and it's so difficult that it is hard. So you have the power to make it happy or sad. We do. We all have that power. But we go around and, people are mean to us, or we take it personal. They're going natural. It is personal. They're being mean against your person. So that's personable. And it's easy to get trapped in like that. But it's just as easy to get out if you want. Free grant money for a small startup, t-shirt company, minority woman. Okay, here's what you want to do. Any of those. So you want to go out and find the navigators for anything, whether it's the navigators for people who help you get houses are not the same people who give money. The navigators for people who start businesses, they're not the same people that give money. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. But you want the navigators because they know more about what's out. And then you want more than one navigator, because nobody knows everything, okay? And that's what's important. So you want the navigators and no one, and not just one person. So for a business, you want to go sba.gov, G-O-V, sba.gov. Love seeing you around Admo. Yeah, I'm there now on the 7th floor of Admo. See, I'm on the 7th floor of my apartment, and 7 floors is high in Washington, because you can't be more than 13. And I'm right on Columbia Road here. But anyway, the navigators, SBA, put SBA.gov, and then community navigators. Now, these are people who get grants from the government to help you start or expand any business. So they're going to know more about all that. And when you contact these people, you don't ask for money, okay? I remember your commercials. Yes, they don't work anymore. Made a ton of dough. Well, then people got the books and they didn't do anything. So that's why Lesko Help now is something that I can really help people one-on-one, and we do that. And the members help people and things like that. So we're starting a group and kindness too. Seeing you on commercials as a kid, and I said, I'm still alive, man. And that's what it is. I mean, I'm 79 years old, and I think it's because I found something I enjoy doing every day of my life. I can't wait to get up, can do it, and I think that is what keeps you young, keeps you involved. You're going to get old no matter what, so that's it. So how are you going to do it? I had an interview as a camouflage interview last week. I didn't turn up, and I didn't see what that was. Camouflage, I missed it. Anyway, can I get government to buy my debt? Probably not, but you get people who get government money to help you get out of debt, and make deals with the people you owe debt. And then you could find other programs that will pay expenses for you. If somebody paid all your rent or something, then you could use that money paying for rent to pay your debt, the rest of that off. So there's other ways to do that, and you got to do something, because it ain't going to get smaller, and there ain't going to be a guy on a white horse coming soon. I love the glasses. Oh, they're fun. Yeah, I think you've worked with them. No, and I work at the source books. Yes. Oh my God. And do you know her? Is she still around? Yeah, that's long ago. That was a couple businesses ago, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, source book. Yeah. Any student loan in the government and private companies from government? Yes, lots of student loans. The best thing about student loans, and actually I have an article I hope to get to. Oh, where to go? I don't know. Is that they just had $5 billion more, $5 billion more, or $4 billion in student loan more were just erased from people. And I'm going to do a video on it soon. It's probably from those colleges that are for-profit colleges, and get rid of all that. But what you want to do is go to this studentaid.gov. Studentaid.gov. I could get there. Student aid, STUDAID. Studentaid.gov. Okay, manage loans. Okay, so go to studentaid.gov, manage loans, and then there's this whole section there on qualify for loans forgivenesses. Anybody else who calls you, are you Bill Nye, the science guy, cousin Prerdo, or the money guy? Yeah, no, a lot of people mistake me for Bill Nye, but I'm not. Or actually, a lot of people mistake Bill Nye as me. So he's not as outlandish as me. He's a straight up kind of guy. So you want to go to studentaid.gov, look under the tab Manage Loans, and you'll see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 ways you could get them forgiven. They're what you want to investigate, okay? Anybody else say they're going to help your student loans? what they're going to do is sell you money one way or another. Because first of all, they're finding you. That means they have to get money from you, okay? It's going to make it sound like a deal for you. Probably isn't, because they're getting money from it. So what you want to do is make sure you know of all the government programs, because if it's real forgiven, it has to be a government one. Anybody else can't do the forgiven one. So still, all they're going to do is trade your loan for another loan or some bullshit like that. I don't know it well enough. That's just my guess, okay? How do we search and find navigators? Depends on what you need. Yeah, I mean, SBA.gov is where the navigators are for business, small business, or growing any kind of business or whatever. And they're local all over. There's thousands of these people. It's for housing. There's 4 groups probably. HUD.gov and look for counselors. HUD.gov looks for counselors. And see, all this using navigators is using people, not the internet. You don't go and try to fill out a form on the internet. No, you do whatever's necessary to get one-on-one with the people. Okay, that's what you want. How do you get to the people to talk to them? These experts who do this all the time. They're the ones that have that power. Okay, and the knowledge. So like me, I mean, like you, hey, student loan. See, I could tell you in 3 seconds what's available, okay? And that's because I've been studying for 40 years, okay? So that floats to the top, That's what's neat about it. I love answering questions. I don't know what I know. And when you ask me a question, I try to go, oh, yeah. And that's what, so that's what you need. You don't want a salesman. A salesman isn't that. A salesman is not independent. They're hawking their things, and they're going to make them look better than anything else out there. Even the other things probably better. That's why you need a navigator that's not selling you something, and that's the navigators I send you. So for housing, HUD.gov, America Works, Neighbor Works is another one there, and your state housing finance authority. That's another one. See, they're all the ones. So you go looking for a house and putting, in Google, you're going to get all the real estate people, the money people getting you, So the first sweet voice you hear, you go, oh, yeah, he's nice. And they're nice maybe, but they got to make money, and they got to make it from you, So you can't get caught up in that shark tank before you find out enough to know how to deal with it, Because otherwise it's too easy. They spend 24 hours a day trying to figure out what to tell you that you'll give them money. Okay, I do. My customers, that's what I do. So you'll never, do it as much as me. Neighborworks.org. Yes, you got it, man. You got it. Yes. See. Oh my goodness. Great. Okay, so the 2 websites we were talking about earlier. Can I borrow $50? No, I don't know. Two websites. Leskohelp.com. That's where we help you personally, and that's where we give out the grants. That's where we have the live video grant training and the member-to-member help. So this is a community you're joining. Not just, that's why we're trying to keep it real cheap. $20. People say when I was in, I got to charge $200, $300, $400, $5,000. And I know, I used to think that way too. HSN Home Shopping Network. Yeah, I was thrown off home shopping because I wore question mark suits, and I wasn't going to turn back. I'm a teacher in Maryland. I need funds. Well, teachers are getting screwed all over, and their pay isn't going. And the average teacher, I think, spends like $500,000 on school supplies that the school should be paying for. At first, I thought you were some things go so quickly. Oh my goodness! I thought you were Murray. Love you. Who's Murray? Followed you, the host. Oh, Steve. Follow the host. Oh, I missed you. Oh, thank you. Student percent loan assistant. Student parent loan assistant. Same people. You go to studentaid.gov. Okay. Studentaid.gov, and you look for the ombudsman. Okay, you just circle. Let me. OMBUDSMAN. Did I do that right? boy, type it wrong, spell it wrong, and now I got it all screwed. But you want to go to studentaid.gov, put in ombudsman, OMBUDS.